Hey everyone, welcome back. In this video, I am so excited to try something brand new. So if you have been following my card making videos, you know that I love Copic markers. They are my favorite alcohol markers. And you also know that coloring with them has become one of my favorite card making techniques. It's just so relaxing to do and I love how everything turns out. The result's just always so pretty. So Copic did reach out. They have a brand new marker and it's called Acrea, I believe. They sent me over a big old box of fun. So I haven't opened this up yet, but we're gonna open this up and check out their new markers and see what they can do. So I have a couple things I wanna try out with these markers. So let's just go ahead and get creative. Everything that I'm using to bring these projects together will be listed down in the description box below. You can click on the title of the video to access that description box and see everything that I'm using. All right, let's go ahead and get creative. Okay, so this is the box they sent over. I love it. Flawless in use and then fully opaque on any surface. That sounds like it's going to be really fun and versatile. All right, so inside this little box of goodness, we have, this looks like a brochure just introducing us to the pen. I love that it can be done on white or black. That's fun. You have a couple of ideas for how you can do it. Very neat. And then this is giving us a quick little overview of how to use the pen. So it's making sure that we understand that we need to shake the pen before using. So it says with the cap closed, shake the pen well before use to ensure that the ink flow is smooth. And then you can obviously take the cap off and test it out and then repeat that step if necessary. And then make sure that you are closing the cap firmly until it clicks so that your markers stay nice and fresh. Okay, this is going over the contents of the box. So we have a mason jar, we have markers, looks like we have several packs, and then we have some coasters. So that's gonna be fun. Okay, so we have the mason jar. That'll be really fun to play around with. And then we have the packs of markers. Okay, so we have, this looks to be deep, and then we have light. We also have essentials. Okay, I love the essentials pack. You have your black, white, grays, and then we also have vivid, which this looks very primary to me. Okay, and then we also have the coasters. Those are really neat. Okay, so this is kind of fun because up until now, Copics have, been more about paper crafting and drawing and coloring, so this is kind of neat that we can do different things on different mediums and things. Okay, so let's go ahead and first I want to open these up and get an idea for the colors inside. Oh, really fun. Okay, so let me go ahead and open these up. Oh goodness, they're individually wrapped as well. Okay, this may take me a moment. I'm gonna pause real quick, open these, and I'm gonna get them all opened up. And then also, one thing to note is they have actual names on the kind of barrel of the pen. So usually they were on the top, but with this new pen, we have it right on the side. And then you can hear how you will shake the pen before use. So there's kind of like a little ball in there or something to get it all running smooth. Okay, they also included, I forgot to show you this, they also included a little swatch chart for me, so that's really fun. So it's taking me forever to open all of these, so I'm going to swatch the first package, and then what I'll do is at the very end of this video, I will swatch the rest of them so you can see all of them. Okay, so let's go ahead now. When I open these, you can see that the tip is white, so we need to get that ink flowing. So I'm gonna go ahead and start shaking this to get the ink prepped, and we'll just see how much until we have some ink flowing there. Okay, so then when I'm just going to test on the insides of this box. Okay, it didn't take much. So it's almost like a paint pen, which is kind of neat. So I'm just going to go like this. So there's the flamingo pink. Tomato red is next. I'm just going to use this little box here to kind of get it started. Okay, there's the tomato red. And then let's zoom in here so you can really see those colors. Mandarin orange, lemon yellow, leaf green. I'm getting a little bit better about the amount that's coming out because I'm just kind of testing it real quick first and then drawing. And then we have sky blue. So as you can see, it goes right over the black there. So you can truly do that on any surface. That's really fun. I like that. That'll open up some opportunities for coloring. Okay, so I know that I want to play around with, is that the only pink that I have? There's another pink in here, dark rose. Okay, so I think I'll stick with flamingo pink, and then I'll also open up my essentials so I can grab a white. Oh, and I'm really loving the essentials because we have a silver. I'm gonna have to open that up and swatch that. There's also a gold, I believe. Gold. Let's check out the rest of these. Then we have the gray, a black, and then our white. And this must be maybe a bronze. Oh, sepia. Okay, very neat. Stay tuned till the end. I will swatch all of those for us. Okay, so I'm gonna open the white and then I'm gonna stick with the pink. And then let's go ahead and play around with these markers. Okay, so I'm starting off with the mason jar. I'm gonna bring in some Post-its, anything just to kind of play around with the marker before it goes on the glass, just to make sure that the flow is right. That was one thing that I was noticing when I first started, is I need to make sure that I kind of test it and make sure not too much is going out at one time, which they say, right? And then what I'm going to do is, let's just play around with adding some flowers. Now I did add just some rubbing alcohol. I wiped this down just in case I had any oils from my hands or lotion. You know, I didn't want it to interfere with the markers. That way it's nice and clean. Okay, so what I think I'll do is I think I will go around and just do some cute flowers around this cup, which will be super cute. Okay, so I'm just gonna do some cute little petals here and just taking my time here because drawing on three-dimensional surfaces is a whole new thing for me. I am used to coloring and drawing on paper or flat surfaces, but let's have some fun here and get some cute little flowers all over this glass. Fun fact, when I was maybe middle school, my mom did a whole wall in my room of daisies like this, or just, you know, a fun flower. I'm not really aiming for any sort of flower, but these are exactly what they looked like, and we painted them together. She used a sponge to kind of help keep the same petal shape and size, and then I went through and painted, and it's just kind of taking me back. And honestly, I'm just simply going to create, and it's drying pretty quickly. Do you see how you can tell as it's getting, you know, more opaque and chalky, like less shiny, that it's drying on there. I'm just creating, you know, a little glass for my craft room. Maybe it'll even hold some of these markers. We'll see. They're really smooth and easy to color with. So on glass so far, I am loving these. How cute. I love that. So I'm just gonna go all the way around this. Oop, I got a little splatter. I must have maybe pressed too hard on the pen or something over here. Oh my goodness. Okay, got a little messy. In fact, I'll just add some rubbing alcohol and clean that right off. There we go. Okay, but I'm gonna go around this cup, and I won't make you watch all of this, but I'll just start kind of continuing to decorate all the way around. I kind of noticed that it was almost looking a little like off color on some of my petals versus when I first started. So I thought maybe I need to, you know, shake the pen to, you know, disperse the color a little bit. So I tried that and I'm layering that up, which is nice. It did mention, you know, that you can layer color. Whoops, so make that one a little larger. I'm just adding another little layer to get that nice bright white. Okay, I feel like I have thoroughly tested this on glass and it's a winner. I love it. It's really pretty, so smooth, and you know, it's just like paint. It's so pretty. I am gonna pause though because I don't want, this isn't quite dry and I don't want to continuously, you know, go and accidentally smudge it or anything after I've been working so hard on trying not to. So I'm gonna put this to the side and then I'll finish this in a little bit, but I'm loving that. I love that look. I'm just layering some of this white, but that first one went down really nice. So some of these I'm just adding a little outline to, just to make sure I get that nice bright white, but it layers beautifully, it colors on beautifully, and I love that. Okay, super cute. Okay, adding a new little post-it here. Let's zoom in because when I first was introduced and they emailed me about these markers, one thing I was curious of with the white is if I could have this be my new go-to for adding highlights to my coloring. So this is a little image set that I have colored that I want to use for card making. Usually I color this live for you. I did use my Copic markers and I listed them for you in case you want to recreate this. But I thought, wouldn't that be neat? I'm always using a jelly roll pen, which I do love. And so I was curious if this could end up being another option for adding my highlights, and I just love how opaque that is. Okay, so again, everything's already colored, but if I use this to go through, oh, yep, and I honestly, oh my goodness, I love it and I prefer it. It just glides so beautifully. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this is gonna be my new go-to for adding highlights, for sure, for sure. For sure. Okay, and then even down here, if I wanted to make this be like a striped little sled, I can have fun with that. Love. Okay, I was instantly curious about that and I'm really, really excited that that worked out. That's wonderful. Love it. Okay, so that's really awesome because I can use all of my Copic markers and then add another Copic element to continue and add my highlights. Very fun. Okay, so that was something that I was super curious about. I'm really glad that that ended up working out the way I hoped it would. I am going to pause really quickly. I'm going to let this dry. We're going to complete this card because I want to show you a completed project. I'm going to end up completing this for you as well. I'm loving these. And then what we'll do is we'll finish this video off with swatching all of the colors so that way you can see what they really, really look like. Okay, I'm zooming out here a little bit. We're going to let that dry just a little bit. Let me see how far off that is because that will be good to know. Oh, you know what? That's pretty much dry. Okay, so that's good. I want something that's going to be somewhat quick with the card making portion. So I have, I believe this is Nectar colored cardstock, and I'm going to trim this down to 4 by, we're going to do 5 1/4. And what I want to do here is I want to bring back the white again and see if I can't use this to draw some snowflakes or, you know, fun wintry element to the back, which, you know, I am not a drawer, so we're gonna make this super simple for me. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and trim these out really quickly. If you want to take a screenshot, this is the color combinations that I decided to use. I'm going to get the coordinating dies. I will link the stamp set down below so you know what I'm using. It's new to me. Super cute. We're gonna sneak in a couple more wintry cards before we get into our Valentine's Day mode. I'm not ready to say goodbye to all of the deer and penguins. Okay, and we will tape these little metal dies right into place and run it through my die cut machine. All right, and then hopefully you've got your screenshot if you needed to know the colors, because there they go. And let's run this right on through. All right, it's all trimmed out. And if you wanted to, you know, do your own sentiment too with the marker, that's pretty as well. You could write your own sentiment and know that it's going to sit really nice on that cardstock. All right, popping those out and let's get them all positioned. All right, so let's get an idea for what we want to do. I wanted this cute little reindeer just plopped right here. We might need to make a little snowy backdrop because that would be just adorable. Who has, I think we're gonna do this. Or do we have it, I don't know, where do we even have this tied? I haven't a clue. Okay, I'm gonna do something like so. Okay, we need a little snowy backdrop. Okay, so I have the same size. I have 4 by 5 1/4. And what I'm going to do is just take some scissors and make an ever so slight snow hill or mound. Okay, just like that. That way we have something right down here. Okay, this will be fun. Okay, and then we can play around with those in a bit. Let's go ahead. I'm going to glue this down and then stamp my sentiment just to get that out of the way. That way we can start having fun with the snowy backdrop and getting these little guys placed on. Okay, so I have my liquid glue. I'm just gonna turn over that little hill. Add my backdrop, being mindful of the edges. Okay, turn this around and there we go. That's nice and placed on there. This stamp set had a lot of fun little sentiments, but I love this one that just simply says, "And a Happy New Year," because that's where we're at, and a Happy New Year. So that's what we're gonna do. And I am going to have it be a little bottom right justified. Make sure that that's nice and straight, which it looks to be, but I'm gonna use the little grid lines of my MISTI to make sure. I think that looks good. Okay. And then I'm gonna simply use a black ink, but this is a brand new stamp, so I'll condition that real quick. Add my black ink. And there we go. Oh, very nice. I'm gonna double stamp that just to make sure we have really good contrast. There we go. Okay, so that's all out of the way, and we can go back to having some more fun. Oh, I love that, and that typeset's so cute. Let's do a little practice here. So I'm thinking, let me just do this. I'm thinking it'd be cute to do some snowflakes like so, maybe even some little twinkly stars simply around. I'm wondering if I should do my placement of my cutie pies first so that I can kind of position those around. That might be better personally for me. Okay, let's see where we want these. I like the idea of this being kind of at the top. And then we have this little guy down here. It's kind of creating some movement on that card. And I don't know, should I hide the little bow? I really like the element of the bow. I'm not sure where that's supposed to be going though. Maybe like so? No, that doesn't flow very well. Well, we'll just have that little bow peek out. And then I think I'll put this part under. Yeah, I like that. Okay, let's start with the little deer. I'm going to glue this particular element down, and then everything else mostly will be popped up with some foam dots or foam squares. Okay, so let's get this little one down right at the top. Okay, just like that. Get some dimension on here. There we go. I love how his legs are just kind of like splayed out. It's cute. It's so cute. Okay, and then I need to figure out this one. I might glue this and have it kind of be like that. Yeah, I like that. Kind of have it be back behind the deer too. Get enough of the little hint of the cute little bow on there, but have it kind of tucked behind. Okay, so we'll do something like that. Okay, and some dimension for the penguin. Okay, got those little beckers off, and we'll have the penguin do that. Okay, loving that. All right, so there we are so far, and now we're gonna add just some little snowy elements, and then we'll add some sequins too to make it really fun. Okay, testing this out, and I think I'll just add some little snowflakes all around. We can play around with some, I don't know, some sizing, and I do like to keep things really simple, so probably won't do too much. Okay, I think that's pretty fun. Nice and simple with our little flakes there. Okay, so I just went ahead and put this on a card base. I'm going to add just some little magic to these snowflakes right on the tip by just adding some cute little dots, because it just makes all of the difference. Let me zoom in so you can see that. I'm loving these markers. And I can't wait to play with more of the colors, but these are neat. And I just also started getting into laser cutting, so I think it will be really fun. I made this recently as a teacher gift, but it would be really fun to maybe potentially try out some of these markers. It does say any surface. Yeah, it does say create on any surface, so it would be kind of interesting to see how we can integrate these on some wood pieces as well and some wood crafts. So really loving these markers. I'm excited about this. All right, I can't remember how long it's been because I don't remember how long I was working on the other card, but I'm gonna go ahead and circle back and finish this on up. Probably do 2 more because those are nice and dry, and then I'll swatch out these markers. All right, I love that. I love how it turned out. These are so fun. I would just say make sure you're shaking your pen as you go. That's something I was forgetting to do. And then I was having to double up on my paint because you want to make sure you're shaking it so it has a smooth flow. So these are really cool. And I know all of you are so creative and have a lot of different mediums that you create with. So it says that you can get really creative on any surface with these. So I'm very excited to see what others are coming up with and how they're incorporating them into their crafting. All right, I am going to finish this video off by swatching the rest of the colors. I am going to print off another swatch sheet that I really like to use that I've done with other markers. So you'll see me using a different one and I'll link it down below. It's from one of my favorite crafters, Kathy Zilski.